Hello student, today I am going to start solution chapter in chemistry. Here I have written all the topics of this chapter. The first is type of solution, concentration of solution, solubility, vapor process of liquid solution, ideal, non-ideal solution, colligative properties, abnormal molar mass. Students, I have been completed these topic type of solutions, concentration of solution in my previous lectures. Today I am going to start the solubility topics. In solubility, the solubility of substance depends upon the following factors: the nature of solute, nature of solvent, temperature and pressure. Here I have been completed these three topics in my previous lecture. Today I am going to discuss about the pressure. For discussing about the pressure, first the solubility of gases in the liquid. You know that the solubility of gas increases with increases of the pressure. As the pressure of gas molecule increases, these gas molecules are more soluble in liquid. Okay. For example, carbon dioxide gas which is dissolved in the soft drink. Scientifically, there was a person who was known as Henry. He was given a certain law which was known as the Henry law. He said the solubility of the gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas over a solution at a definite temperature, or the pressure of the gas over a solution in which the gas is dissolved is proportional to the mole fractions of the gas dissolved in the solutions. According to him, P, it means partial pressure, is directly proportional to mole fractions. Here we can write like this: P equal to KH into X. Here P is the partial pressure, X is the mole fractions and KH is the Henry constant. According to Henry law, here I am taking a container which is filled with water and carbon dioxide gases. These are CO2 gas molecule, okay, and these are water. These gases molecules randomly move in containers and in water, and sometime at a particular temperature they exert a pressure on the surface of the liquid. Okay, and this pressure is called partial pressure. Okay, what is partial pressure? The pressure applied by a gas on the surface of the liquid. Okay, and what is the total pressure? Original pressure of the gas. For example, when we take in a container which is filled with carbon dioxide gas molecules, and these gas molecules strike and accelerated pressures on the wall of container. Such pressure is called total pressure. I repeat, these molecules when exerted pressures on the surface of the liquids is known as partial pressures, and when these pressures is exerted, this molecule exerted pressures on the containers, on the wall of the container, is called total pressure. Now, what is the unit of Henry's constant? Here we write the Henry's law. Partial pressure is equal to mole fractions. We already know that the unit of mole fraction is 1. So, the unit of Henry's constant is equal to the pressures, and pressures unit is pascals, bars, atms. Okay. Now, applications of Henry's law. Before going to the applications of Henry's law, first of all, we should know about these points. First points are the value of kh is different for the different gases. It depends upon only the nature of gases. Okay, it means the kh is directly inversely proportional to solubility. Okay. Okay. Okay, student, how do you know that the Henry's constant inversely proportional to solubility? Now, let me explain. At constant pressures, if we taken pressure equal to kh into x, okay. If pressure is 1, at constant pressure means taking the pressure as a 1 equal to kh, this x mole fraction is moved toward this sides and kh is inversely proportional to mole fractions. We already know that the mole fraction is directly proportional to solubility. Okay. Now, second point is, if you take the value of kh of different gases at different temperature. For example, here I am taking the oxygen at different temperatures and the value of kh is different at different temperature. First, at 293 kelvins, the value of kh is 34.86, but at when we increase the temperature 303 kelvins, it become a 46.82 bar. Okay. So, I am already told you the value of kh is low, the gas is more soluble. It means those gases whose the value of kh is very low, they show the more solubility. So, here at this temperature, the value of kh for oxygen is 34.86. It means it is low. Okay, in compared to the temperature 303 at which 46.82 value of kh. Okay, that's why at this temperatures oxygen is more soluble in compared to this one. Therefore, we can say that the aquatic life is more survive in cold waters in compared to the hot water. Okay. Here, when the value of kh is low at particular temperature, at this temperature gas is more soluble in liquid and aquatic life more survive in cold water than the hot water. Now, come to the applications of Henry's law. The first application of Henry's law is the carbon dioxide dissolved in soft drink, which is already told you, and the second is the in deep sea diving or a scuba diving. According to Henry's law, you can find the perfect pressures and temperatures for dissolving the carbon dioxide in the soft drink. How? For knowing the value of kh, lower value of the kh. Okay. Now, second, in deep sea diving, scuba diving. Okay. Students, you already know that the scuba divers having the cylinder on their back. Okay. These cylinders contain the different gases, 32.1% oxygen, 56.2% nitrogen and 11.7% helium. Okay. When these scuba divers go at the depth of the oceans, go at the depth of the oceans, as they go, they feel some pressures more and more pressure. First is atmospheric pressures and the second is water pressure. Okay. Then what happened? You already know that if more presses, then gases dissolves more. More pressure, more solubility or solubility of gases. Okay. So these gases dissolve in human's blood. As the scuba divers reach toward the surface of the oceans, here it feel here it experienced less pressure and compared to the depth. Okay. So at the surface some gases molecules are try to escape from their blood. Okay. With the oxygen is okay, but with the nitrogens, these nitrogen gas is try to escapes, what you can say, try to release from the blood. Okay. And forming the bubbles. Okay. When the nitrogen comes out of the body quickly, forming the bubbles, okay, in the bloodstream, and these bubbles are restricted to the blood flow, affect the transmissions of nerve impulse, and these bubbles can even burst the capillaries. Okay. And this situation is called the bend. Called the bends. Bends is the very painful and harmful conditions for the scuba divers. Again, third applications of the Henry law is at high altitude. At high altitude, the partial pressure of the gas is less than that at the ground level. This results in low concentration of oxygen in the blood and tissues of the people living at high altitude or a climber. Here, when climbers reached to the high altitude, they felt very less oxygen. Why? Because at high altitude, the partial pressure, the partial pressure of oxygen is very low in compared to the ground level. Okay. At the high altitude, they felt weakness and some mental problems and they are unable to think clearly. Okay. This condition is called hypoxia. Okay. And the extreme condition of hypoxia is known as anoxia. What is anoxia? The low blood oxygen causes climber to become weak and unable to think clearly. Okay. Students, you know that when you go to the high altitude only for the 5 minutes, okay, you forget your name. Students, you know, this anoxia first detected in the pilots during the World War. Okay. When these fighter pilots fly above the 10,000 feet from the earth, they uh, they cannot fly properly and they feel weakness and they cannot reach their goal. But below the 10,000 feet they can easily fly and they can reach their target or the goal. Okay. Why? Because above the 10,000 feet from the earth, the partial pressure of the oxygen is less or more. So Above the 10,000 feet, they feel anoxia, but below the 10,000 feet, they normally fly and reach their goal. Now, now it's time to solve some NCERT question which is based on the Henry's law. First 2.6 question number. H2S, a toxic gas with rotten egg-like smell, is used for the qualitative analysis. If the solubility of H2S in the water at STP is 0.195 molar, calculate Henry law. So, in question, what was given? Given that H2S, the molality of H2S is 0.195 molar. At STP, find out the value of KH. Here we are using a Henry's law. P equal to KH multiplied by mole fractions. P is the partial pressure. In questions, it mentioned the STP. STP question mentioned the STP. STP means standard temperature pressure. We know that at STP the temperature is 0 degree Celsius and 273 Kelvin, or and the pressure, what atmospheric pressure, or 1.01 bar. For so partial pressure is 1 at STP, and for mole fractions, the formula is mole fraction equal to mole of H2S divided by solutions of mole of solutions. The mole of H2S already given 0.195. Okay. For mole of H2O, first it's told you it's a molarity. You already know that the molarity is always taken in 1 kg. 1 kg means 1000 grams. Okay. And here the molecular weight is 18. How? 16 for oxygens and 1 for hydrogen. So on adding this, 16 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 18 gram per mole. On solving this, we get 55.55 mole. Now these two values are putting in this formula and we get the mole fractions. 0.95 is H2S and 0.195 in H2S plus 55.55 equal to 0.0035 approx. Now this is the value of mole fraction, and now I am going to put this value in Henry's law formula. So we find 1 equal to KH multiplied by 0.035, and the value of KH is 285 atmospheric pressure. This is the answer.